porn has destroyed men and all that, because porn, kind of removes the rejection from men. Like, so, if they go on porn and they want to see like a Latina with like nice tits and a nice ass, they have access to it. In the real world, you can't have that. You know that you probably may not have access to it. And sometimes going for somebody like that, and she may shut you down, the rejection is what makes a man. The rejection is what allows a man to grow. And you know what I mean?
I agree.
And so I think porn is just destroying men to do that.
Porn is a double-edged sword, because I think there's a lot of good to porn, and I can make the argument on why women should watch porn. I would make an argument that if women do not watch porn, they're at a serious disadvantage. Because I look at porn as like, when I was growing up playing basketball and I would watch the N1 mixtapes of all the crazy guys dribbling and doing all the tricks and shit, I would watch it to be like, okay, I want to practice those tricks to see what he's doing. I built my whole sexual persona off porn. Off watching porn. Now there's guys who use it as a necessity because they can't get women in real life. That's a whole separate problem.
That's what I'm
But for a good portion of men, for me, for example, like, there's certain things I learned. Like, for example, when you watch basketball, I like the way he shoots the ball. I like the way he dribbles. I'm gonna take a piece of this from him, a piece of this from him, a piece of this from him, and you make it to your basketball game. That's kind of what I did with porn my whole life. Is kind of like, okay, that was cool what he did here. That was cool what he did here. And I kind of developed my sexual persona from that. Now, as far as women goes, I can make the argument as to women need to do the same thing. Women need to know how to, like, you're not going to learn how to sexually please a man if you haven't seen someone do it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you need to like watch a bunch of different women give head, and you could be like, I like all these different things, and create your own persona around it, because there's going to be the next woman who does it way better, and the man's going to go to that woman. The woman who didn't watch porn is going to be so just not...
Super hard for me to say this out loud, but I watch porn and I agree with you, and I would think that half the things that I know nowadays are because of porn, because I've seen them being done in porn. But I think it's more taboo for women to watch porn, so women are not open about it. We'll tell our friends about it and stuff. I've told you and stuff, but it's not like I'm not like there every single day. Like some men have like it's a true addiction.
For men,
it's an addiction. But I think that if once in a while you watch porn and you're a woman, like, I agree with you. You can learn certain things.
I think it's just a very fine line, because you don't want it to become an addiction. And when it does become an addiction is when there is a problem. And, being in a relationship with someone who does have a porn addiction makes it really hard.
Oh my God.
It's such
on a woman.
That's horrible.
You know what I mean? Or vice versa. Like sometimes women, if you watch porn too much, your man can't please you. But you're looking for that instant climax.
Or vibrators.
You're correct.
The rose.
Get rid of the rose, ladies. No, but porn is a thing where like I've really like analyzed it, and it's literally like half good and half bad. It's both, like because there's people like one of the bad things that it does is like a 15-year-old boy can see more naked women in 10 minutes than all the kings and sultans could see naked women in their entire life. A 15-year-old boy could see that in 10 minutes. That fucks your brain up, because when a guy watches porn, they're watching probably like, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 girls in like 20 minutes. Like, you're seeing so many different girls in a quick amount of time because you're like, okay, I'm over it. So I feel like sometimes that can apply into real life.
And so let me ask you something, and you don't have to answer if you don't want, but you're watching porn and you do your thing, and then whatever, you come, and it's like you keep staying on the site and you keep on doing it and doing it and doing it?
No.
Because that's a problem.
It's a problem.
But if you just watch 1 or 2 videos and you come and you're out, I feel like you just... You took care of what you needed to take care of.
It was like drinking. It's like a smoking a joint or a cup of wine just to relax.
But this is a thing. Like, a lot of times you're...
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But a lot of women say porn is fake. A man shouldn't watch porn. But I'll be honest with you, only probably 50% of porn is fake, and the other 50% is regular ass couples like up putting their shit up, like just regular ass people.
Yeah, for sure.
So what men are looking at this shit and they're like, wait, this is a regular ass couple with an iPhone. She's sucking his dick like that. Like, I don't get nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think women are, you guys, like, it's almost not, you're not forced, but it's like,
but it's
you really want to know what these girls out here are sucking dick, or like just what they're doing to their man.
I don't know why some women don't watch porn. Maybe it's some people it's for religious reasons. Some people is because they maybe find it cringy. I don't know why women don't watch. I think it's very taboo for women still. It's not acceptable. It's almost looked down to. But if a man does it, it's normal.
I think everything is like perspective, like your perspective in watching something, because you can affect yourself so much by what you see, what you hear, what you touch. Yeah. And so I think if you take it a little bit too much out of context where it does become a problem and you know it's a problem, you know it's an addiction, then I think then that everybody has their own views on porn, and I respect everyone's views. But I think when it comes out of context to where you're expecting your other person to make you feel this way, or when you're putting those false expectations on a person, it's not fair to them. You just fucked up because you couldn't have self-control while you were looking at porn.
Right.
So I think
we live in a world now where men watch porn. So women, they're seeing all these different things that these regular ass women are doing. And if you're going to be a woman that doesn't watch porn, you're going to be left behind. You're not going to have no persona. You have to explore these things and build your own sexual persona and I don't know.
It's hard I get that. I get that. I agree with you.
I get that. But even too, I'm not saying you shouldn't watch porn, but what I'm saying is I understand that aspect. But when with your man, you should figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? If you're with your man and you guys are intimate together, you need to see his eyes, you need to see his body language, you need to see how he responds to certain things. You have to do that part. And a man should do that part as well. There's a lot of guys who don't know how to satisfy a woman. They can watch all the porn in the world. But they don't know how to satisfy a woman. Yeah, so don't, this porn stuff, I get it. It's an illusion. It looks great. It feels great when you're touching yourself and stuff. And that's cool. But let's be real. A lot of guys do not know how to satisfy a woman. Yeah. And they don't do their part in trying to find out what you like. This is one time somebody asked me what's the best thing that was ever done to you? And that conversation cannot be had with an immature man. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're a mature man and you say, hey, look, what was the best thing that was done to you? I was like, what? You know what I mean? Because he wants to do that. And there's nothing wrong with humbling yourself a little bit and trying to find out what she likes. You know what I mean? You have to get to know somebody's body language. You have to get to know what they want, how they like it.
During sex, though,
they do. They do because they don't want to hurt their. They don't want to hurt their feelings.
Bitch, I don't. You know what you're gonna say? I've had, oh, do you like that? And deep down, I'm like,
please stop.
Can
you come now?
Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think that there needs to be communication, but I think maybe afterwards it's better. Maybe be you know what? I don't really like that. I wasn't really into it. Because if a man is gonna ask you, you like that, you're gonna say no.
No, I'm not gonna say no.
That's what I'm saying. No. You don't want to hurt their feelings.
But this is the thing: communication is so important. You don't have to. But you don't have to. You don't have. You could just be or laugh it off and do something else, and then show him. You have to show them. And guys, I think they're just so oh yeah,
that kills you like that. We're talking about the romance. That kills the romance part of it. You can't be explicit about things and say it out
you don't
loud.
Have to.
You gotta imply and give hints.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Though, I'm like I said, you don't have to communicate that and say no, I don't. You could, if he asks you that, just be play it off, be cute and stuff, and then do something else to where he sees what you like. You know what I'm saying?
After to have that conversation,
I don't know. If it continues, and if you're oh, why are you doing that? You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. After the after the fact.
How do you because this happened. How do you
because it's happening.
If one girl is just not. I'll just give the head example. If one girl's not doing it, is it terrible at doing it? Yeah. Is it bad to want her to show her videos or show her ways to do it? This is how you do it. Because as a man, it's yo, this girl was whack, and then this girl was looking around my shit like it was the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's how do I tell this girl, teach her to do it just be not about technique, but just be nasty, to be nasty, to be it's an attitude. It's not a technique.
It depends
on the woman. And I feel
you can't teach attitude. You cannot teach just like you cannot teach vision. You know what I mean? You cannot teach vision. Either you have it or you don't. You cannot teach attitude. You cannot teach confidence. It's either you have it or you don't. And unfortunately, if they just don't have it, they just don't have it.
I think certain women are not open enough with their sexuality or comfortable enough to really be honey, I don't even know if I want you to put this, but to be a slut during sex. I really feel they're not free enough when they're within their own sexuality to actually do what it is that you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Some people are more.
I've asked women, do you agree with this? I ask women if you were a guy, say you're a guy and you ask a woman, yo, how many days a week, let's say, do you play with yourself? And she says, I don't. Because a lot of good women say, a lot of women, I would say 50%, maybe more, say, no, I don't. And as a man, that's a red flag, because if you haven't even explored, if you can't make yourself come, if you how can I make you come? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I always look at that as that's a red flag. I don't know. I guess maybe it's 50% of women are just not explorative sexually.
And it has a lot to do with maybe religion. You know what I mean? Or sometimes a lot of times it's don't do that. you know, that's not
so
good. And,
up, though.
and that's not good. And that's not the, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
and then God gave us a vagina to feel pleasure and to have babies and like, you know,
like I said, but it's perspective.
I wouldn't, yeah.
Women, okay, look,
religiously speaking, I agree, especially because we both grew up Christian. It's very taboo, you know, like you don't do that. Your husband needs to do that. But it's like, this is my body.
This is the exact equivalent, I would say, is that a woman not watching porn and knowing how to do something sexually is the same as a man not knowing how to talk to a woman in the date. Do you understand? Because men fall in love visually and women fall in love with what they hear. So that's the thing. Porn to women is not porn. Porn to women is novellas and literature. You guys fall in love with literature. Men fall in love with visuals and we're visual with our sex. You guys fall in love with literature. What you like, an ugly ass dude could say something to you and turn you on in the way, and what he's maybe not an ugly ass dude. This is why women say they like medium ugly. You know, they say that term. Like, I don't want a pretty guy. I want a medium, but a guy who knows how to talk. Because a guy, if he speaks a certain way, it can make him more sexy. You know what I'm saying?
You can be handsome as fuck, but if you don't know how to talk,
you don't know how to talk. Yeah.
Right. So the woman that doesn't watch porn to know how to please a guy is the same as a man who doesn't watch things to know how to speak to a woman and bring up conversations in a woman. You know what
do you guys think about watching porn with like your couple? Like together?
I've never, it's never like lasted more than 5 minutes because it's just going to get into like me and her. Like, it's going to like, okay, what are we doing? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, it's never going to.
Yeah.
But I think
I thought it would be a 40-minute video.
I think it would be interesting to like with your, say you guys are like, damn, I should be like a sex therapist. But say you guys, say a relationship is not like, it's bad sexually. I would say a cool thing to do is, you know how you like pass the aux and like we take a turn playing a song? Take a turn playing a porn video, each of you guys, and maybe do like 3 rounds and don't touch each other. Sit across, be like, you pick one, you pick one. So she's gonna pick what she likes. He's gonna pick what he likes. And I think if you do that, like maybe 3 rounds of that, and don't even say nothing. Just you put your shit on and we watch. Okay. In my head, okay, this is what you like. Now I'm gonna put what I like. And then hopefully you're like, okay, this is what he likes. And then after 3 videos each, you kind of probably got a good.
A woman is probably not going to really show you what it is that she likes. She's going to be embarrassed. She's going to think you're going to judge her.
A lot of women like lesbian porn, and they don't really are not lesbians.
I don't know. I don't like lesbian porn. I think it's very aggressive.
Okay.
But personally, I feel like a lot of
what do you search in your porn?
She's like, we don't gotta talk about that. Next topic.
People be judging.
No, we don't judge. It's cool.
No, I'm just kidding.
You like feet? You type in foot fetish?
Oh my gosh, absolutely not. No way.
I'm not talking about that though. But I'm saying, like, realistically, like, I remember even my ex would be like,
you got finger toes?
It'd be like,
what? Is that why?
You see those people's toes where their shit looks like this? Like, whoa, like, why are your toes looking like that?
I don't even look at feet. I got friends that go right to the feet.
Really? Like, I was with my ex, like, we did that in the beginning of our relationship where we would watch porn so I could see what he was into, and I could, you know, and vice versa. And I remember one time he told me to put something that I liked, and I put something very basic because I'm like, I don't want to, you don't want to watch.
So what do you really like?
I'll tell you one second. I'll tell you. And I put on what I liked, and he got pissed.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck?
But also,
hold on. Was it 2 guys?
Wait, hold on, like a guy.
Was it 2 guys?
Wait, but like a guy. Wait, but don't ask. But like, don't ask if you're gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like not you, but I'm saying like if your man is asking you,
I
think that's the only thing that can make a guy mad.
Don't ask though.
But then why you want to know though? Just because it's something that
I think that's insecure. I think that's very.
I doesn't mean I necessarily want it in real life.
I think that's very
fantasy.
Really? See, guys are different. I don't think guys.
Guys want to experience their fantasies.
This is interesting. I don't think guys fantasize over something they don't want. So you're saying a woman could fantasize over something that she doesn't want?
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Interesting.
I confidently say that. Yes.
What do you do? Are you agreeing with that or no?
Not really. If I'm fantasizing about it, I want it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no.
That's how I. It depends what you're fantasizing. It depends what you're fantasizing about. But most women, when they fantasize about something, like, damn, I wonder if this, but nah. You know what I mean? Like,
like that, but like,
but nah. You know? Yeah. So I think men are just very. We're different sexual creatures. I think men are like very visual and women aren't. So it's hard to fantasize about something that's not speaking
I mean, to wrap this up, like ladies, watch a little bit of porn and look at it like it's a makeup tutorial. And be like, damn, she put his lip gloss on like this. And like, that's how y'all watch makeup tutorials, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna do this from this girl. I'm gonna take this from this girl. And I'm gonna do my makeup from all these different people and make my own vibe, my own persona with my makeup. Just do that with porn. You don't even have to touch yourself, but do it as educational purposes and learn and take that with you. Anyway.